Tell me where to move if you coming tonight. Love in this club, in this club, in this club. I might fall in love, I might fall in love, I might fall in love in this club. How much of your love can I borrow? I don't wanna wait until tomorrow. I just needed to fill out my sorrows. I forgot to tell you that I was hollow. And I know, and I hope you're gonna fill my void tonight. I hope you save me from what I've been feeling like. And I'm feeling right, yeah, what? I might fall in love in this club tonight. Tell me what to do when it feels so right. I might fall in love in this club tonight. Tell me where to move if you coming tonight. I might fall in love in this club tonight. Tell me what to do when it feels so right. I might fall in love in this club tonight. Tell me where to move if you coming tonight.
Tell me all your secrets you hide inside. I tell you all of my feelings I have in my mind. Going in circles, it goes on and on. I'm tired of making and all of the things that I say to you. I feel like you take them and leave it behind. It's hard to find no more reason I wanna rewind. 'Cause baby, I'm done going through phases of loving you, running out. I've been losing you, baby. When I do, I'll be boy, I'm coming to terms with not having you, running out. 'Cause I'm losing you, I've been losing you, loving you now. I don't wanna hold on no more, 더 이상은 못해. 제정신이 아니야 지금 우리의 상태 봐. 우린 못 돌아간다고 그대로 사랑한다고 말해놓고 이제는 다 거짓말 같아 전부 다. I don't wanna waste my time. 이해 못한다는 네 말. You're right. 이젠 끝내야 할 것 같아. 'Cause baby, I'm done going through phases of loving you, running out. I've been losing you, baby. When I do, I'll be boy, I'm coming to terms with not having you, running out. 'Cause I'm losing you, I've been losing you, loving you. I'm done going through phases of loving you, running out. I've been losing you, baby. When I do, I'll be boy, I'm coming to terms with not having you, running out. 'Cause I'm losing you, I've been losing you, loving you now. 지친 하루 끝 문득 들려온 너의 목소리 따뜻한 그 말 조용히 피어난 노란 봄 웃는 네 모습을 보면 괜히 심장이 빨라지고 너랑 걷는 이 길 위에 시간이 멈췄으면 해 눈빛 한 번이면 충분해 그 어떤 말보다 우린 깊게 이어져 지금 이 느낌 그대로 계속 바라볼래 조금만 더 이렇게 걷자 지금이 너무 좋아 wanna be close to you. 그냥 이대로 자연스럽게 가끔 말 돌려도 한 번쯤은 웃어줘. 괜히 애꿎은 핸드폰 만들었다 놨다 계속 붙어있고 싶다 바짝. 넌 아무렇지 않은 척 그게 헷갈리게 만들어. 눈빛 한 번이면 충분해. 그 어떤 말보다 우린 깊이 오죠. 지금 이 느낌 그대로 계속 바라볼래. 조금만 더 이렇게 걷자. 지금이 너무 좋아서 이젠 말해도 될 것 같아. 날 향한 맘을 내가 먼저 다가가도 돼. 그냥 옆에 있고 싶은 거야. 이건 설렘보단 조금 더 조용한 기분. 너도 나처럼 생각할까. 네가 웃는 걸 보면 천천히 나도 모르게 I just wanna be close to you. 지금 이 느낌 그대로 계속 바라볼래. 조금만 더 이렇게 걷자. 지금이 너무 좋아서 이젠 말해도 될 것 같아. 날 향한 맘을 내가 먼저 다가가도 돼. 그냥 옆에 있고 싶은 거야. 지금쯤은 알아줬음에 네가 모를 리가 없잖아. 하루 종일 너만 생각해. 오늘은 꼭 I should've known better, deja vu. I should've known better that I'd lose. I should've known better. Tell me that this wasn't all for nothing. I should've known better than I did. I should've known better. Love's love, man. I should've known better than to give my all. It never works out for me.
Good morning, Sleepy. How's it going? Yep, I'm drawing again. My arm is improved. Um, it's improved. You know, I can draw for like an hour and then I have to rest. So since I said I was going to draw a comic book, might as well start the process of like taking an hour a day and finish drawing this thing. I mean, I'm basically working on a book that I don't know who I'm going to sell it to. I don't know who this. I don't know who's going to buy this thing. But the thing is just to do it. Just to do it, get it done. There's a professional tart painter keeps on complaining about no one over here doing anything. I was like, well, I'm working on a book. I'm working on my book. I had to stop working on it because of health problems, but but I'm doing quite better now. Yeah, doing way better. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't even do what I'm doing now because I was in pain. That's the way. I guess that's the way God works. God giveth, and at any time God taketh. I had to wake up. The rest of the page, it's the rest of the page right here. It's basically he's being chased. I took out the backgrounds to make it easier. He's being chased, and he's flying through the city. I haven't put the backgrounds back in here yet. And he's been chased through the city. This drone is like following him. It's locked onto him. He's looking back. He's like, damn. And this is the next page after that, where you have this guy standing up here on this I don't know, up on top of this building. As he's standing there, the guy flies by him, being chased by those drones. And this guy, who is this guy right here, is just looking, acknowledging that he's met up with the drones. And he's actually talking to the drone. He's telling the drone to lock on. If you're locked onto him, fire. I'll be there in a minute. And the drone is like following this panel. He drops the missile. I think in this page, you see the missile actually firing at him. So, oh God. Yeah. Yeah, these are my sequentials. Oh, thank you. Oops, wrong pen. Wrong pen. So I'm taking a long, strenuous path of going back and inking some of this stuff, because I was just going to just put it out there as a black and white all pencil book, but pencils aren't, I don't think, I don't know. Sometimes I want to work on this thing, sometimes I just don't want to. I hate inking, but I don't have the money to pay anybody to ink for me. But once I get this book done and published, I'll have enough money to. I probably will have enough money to get somebody to ink it for me, and I just probably just do another, put out another book with the fully done, inked, and colored pages. I'm also I got a lot of stuff. I also got a lot of other stuff I gotta finish too. I got a film I gotta work on. And the problem is when I got sick, that kind of like cut into the time I had to work on this book, because now I got to go back to working on my film, because now I got actors and stuff ready who are open for me to record voices and stuff for. So that means I'm gonna do as much as I can and then go back to the movie. The way the way to make the backgrounds compete less with the figure is to go through the backgrounds and ink them. Line weight. I haven't went back and inked the backgrounds, or plus that most of my backgrounds come from I got a building brush, a building photo brush that I got from I think I got it from Esty, where it's just like a bunch of photocopies of I guess like actual pictures of buildings in all type of perspectives, and you just use them and lay them in the background. And what I do is I take them, I vectorize them in Illustrator, and then draw over them. That saves me time. Because I hate drawing backgrounds. I hate drawing buildings, but if I have to, I have to. And I think of Michael Golden. I think it was either Michael Golden or maybe it was it was either Michael Golden or it was Neil Adams that said if you can cheat, cheat. Man, when I went to, it's one of my old days when I used to go to Comic Cons back in the day. When you put that nice black ink lines on stuff, I mean that's your line weight, you know, and that actually make your figures pop. You know, your gray pencils and stuff like that is okay. That gives your drawing character, but you can't really do nothing unless you actually put some pen lines on your top of your stuff. Kind of helps with the flow of the picture. It helps you identify the objects and the characters better. I sure wasn't going to do this. I sure didn't want to ink this. Oops. I got to switch to this pen. Yep, you're right. Getting sick will do that. And I've been sick too many fucking times. This last time, I woke the fuck up. I'm like, know what? You know what? I'm going to finish this book. I'm going to finish all the stuff that I have not finished, because I think I said it before. God giveth and God shall taketh. If you sit back and you ignore your abilities or ignore what he has given to you, he will renege and take that shit away. He will. You know, sitting around for 3-4 weeks, not being able to draw was the most miserable time of my life. And I'm like, I'm not going to do this again. As soon as I get able, I'm going to start drawing again. I ain't going to procrastinate no more. What he gives, he will definitely take. He is not forgiving. Like I said, he's only giving me an hour a day until my arm gets to a point to where the pain is so bad that I have to stop. But that's fine. That's all he wants to give me. That's all I'm going to work with. You know, and that's why like I had to cancel out all the noise and concentrate on me, concentrate on my work. How you doing, Autumn? And another thing you can do for backgrounds is just not use backgrounds at all. Just use just don't put backgrounds in. Use speed lines. Use speed lines and shit like that. You should only use backgrounds like you're trying to like establish the shot. You know, then for the rest of the stuff you can do like, you know, you could just do like Rob Liefeld does, just like do your establishing shot, and after you establish shot, you can just not use backgrounds ever again. That's what Rob Liefeld does. You won't really see him use a lot of backgrounds. He'll do like one panel with some backgrounds. Not trying to hurt us, but to help us. It sounds like overuse happened to your arm. Yeah, it probably would. Because before I went to the hospital, I was working on this book, and I was turning out like almost 2 pages a day. Once I got around my 12th page, you know, my arm was basically through, and the pain just kicked in, and I just couldn't take it. I couldn't bear with it no more. So somebody was telling me something. Somebody was trying to tell me something to get me used to the fact of, you know, either you use it or you lose it, you know. That's how shit is. Either you use it or you lose it. I'm giving you this, and I'm giving you this, and you're squandering what I gave you. So it's obviously you don't need it. It's obvious you don't need it, so I shall take it back. And he's so. Well, this ain't the only thing I'm doing. I mean, I'm gonna definitely get back at the animation. I've been trying to be, but I done fucking forgot how to use this fucking program, and it's been killing me. And I get frustrated, and I go back to drawing until I figure out how to use the damn program again. It's been acting stupid with me, and they changed. I mean, I didn't forget how to use the program. It's just that they changed so much shit in the program. They changed a lot of shit in the program, and I got to get used to all the changes. Once I get used to the changes, I'll be productive again. Because they got a contest going on. I got like a little over 2 months to enter the program, enter the contest. I'll probably try over the weekend to work on the animation again. Because the animation is done. It's just like I just gotta like tighten the anima, just tighten it up a little bit.
racing to your new G-Wag, new Maybach. I need things, I need action, I need time, I need love, I need patience, I need trust. Just tell me what you need, baby. 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 I've been trying to get you to communicate. Baby, you know I'm flying on this interstate. Baby, when I give it to you, can you take it? You know that's how you give me this motivation. I've been trying to do more than just maintain. You know all this pressure that this pain makes. And I've been trying to get you on the same page. You know we doing better on the same thing. You call me and you say you need it right now.
No, you know, I ain't trying to say that I'm finding religion or nothing. I'm just saying. All the things that your parents tell you when you're a kid about, you know, about stuff. You know, you get to thinking about that shit. And besides, I think the only reason why I even started this project, a month and a half ago, is because Liam was running his fat, stupid mouth. And I had plans to do this book, but all he did was run his fucking mouth off. And I was like, oh, really? Oh, really? So after he did that, I just said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just work on this. And I just started one page. I mean, I had the book like laid out. It's just a project that I laid out a long time ago and worked on it with a friend of mine. And then life got in the way and we just stopped working on the book. But we had all this work done. And he got, you know, him and his son started making comics and shit like that. And he don't even care. I mean, we both created this character. Created a story. But I say, hey, let's work back on this. And he's like, I can't do it because, you know, he's trying to work on him and his son's book. And I say, okay. I say, well, I'll just take it and I'll just like finish it. Because I did all the layouts for the book and he did all the finishes. But now, I don't know, man. It's different. It's different now because like I have to do all the finishes and all that other stuff in this book. And remembering how I used to draw a book, because I got to a point where I stopped doing finishes on books, you know. So what I would do, I would just lay a book out, which was fast, quick, and I didn't have to worry about nothing because I was working with a competent artist that would go over my pencils. I mean, not my pencils, but the layout work I did. But now I'm back to finishing the whole book. I have to finish the whole book, and I haven't done this in years. And I'm getting back used to it. Oops. Especially since I'm handicapped with like working. I timed myself out like only working for like an hour and some minutes because my arm is still not up to snuff yet, man. And I can only go like an hour before my arm starts messing with me and I got to stop for the rest of the day. But the thing about it is like I have to keep using, I have to get those muscles in my arm, in my hand to work. And if I don't draw at all, I'm going to definitely lose that ability because my hand is going to stiffen up and my nerves are going to go kaput. And I'll start drawing like Frank Miller. Not the old Frank Miller, but the current Frank Miller. And I'm thinking Frank Miller had a fucking I think he had a stroke. Something's going on with him for him to make the stuff that he's making. I don't know what happened to him. I just know he's done some stuff in the last recent history which doesn't look real good. Now I bought that one book, his Ronin book, the second Ronin Rising, and that book was pretty good. I liked it. He had who had Billy Tan working on it with it, and that book looked amazing. And Frank, he did draw, and I do believe he laid out some of this stuff in there. But he still got a knack for like layouts and stuff like that. He has a knack of actually still doing books. No, I don't know when he made that Ronin, that second Ronin book. I don't know when he did it, but it looks good. I mean, I haven't finished reading it yet, but it's you can tell it's old school Frank Miller. That deep thinking, panel to panel, think it before you do it, react to it, you know, because everything that he writes, it always starts off like in a thought, right? He's gonna think about it before anything comes out the character's mouth. He's gonna narrate to you, you know, what that character is thinking, what you should know before this character acts, you know. That's one of the things about Frank Miller that that's kind of weird. You know, all of his stuff that he does is all about the character thinking about the reaction to the subject, you know, versus letting it happen, you know, just letting it happen. Some people can write like that. Some people, you know, everything Frank Miller is like deep, recessed thinking of what the character is thinking, going through before he actually does it. I don't like that. I should have used this pen. You know, when I back in the day, I used to read. I didn't get a chance to read all of the Sin City books, but the ones I did, the collected ones I did, were pretty fucking awesome. I liked it. I like that. Always like that noir feeling, that deep thinking, subjective thoughts that these characters do. Because like when you read a Frank Miller book, you always know what the characters are thinking. You always know what they're thinking. You always know what they're thinking, what they're going to do before they do it. They're always figuring it out inside of their head. They're always doing this super deep thought process of trying to figure shit out. You know, which kind of like, I mean, I pick up from the way he writes, and I try to apply it to what I'm doing. Because I really want the audience to actually get inside the mind. And that's what he does. He's just basically letting you inside the mind of the character, and not just like word balloon wise. It's deep thought, deep thinking, deep strategy, thinking your way out of a situation. No, getting the characters familiarized with the characters. When the character does something and he doesn't even put in a thought bubble or whatever, you know why that character is doing that shit. Because that's his behavior. It's just kind of fucking cool, and it's kind of fucking cool. What'd you say, Autumn? Oh, I forgot I got this thing right here. The thing is, God is ever helping us. We're his sons and daughters. He doesn't mean us harm. Nah, he probably didn't mean me no harm, but he sure did cause me a lot of pain. He caused me a lot of pain. Just to remind me that what he gave me is on loan. You know? Like I said, I was gonna start doing more drawing streams any goddamn way. The problem is, like, I don't know, man. Ever since I came over here to Comicsgate to hang out, have fun and shit, I've just had this issue with just acquiring haters, just acquiring people who don't know how to conversate, who don't understand when shit's over, it's over. You know, it is not even worth talking about it anymore. But some of these people over here, they don't get that. They don't. You know, some people just don't know when to quit, and sometimes you have to quit for them. And that's what I did, and that's what I did over the last couple days. I just quit. I quit. I had to get away from the toxic shit that I've just, you know. And I ain't gonna lie, I indulged in some of this toxic shit, but I indulged in the fun toxic shit. But it just came to a point, man, I just couldn't do it no more. I'm like, fuck it, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna just deep six the whole community and just go on about my own damn business. And then in doing so, I left behind a lot of good people, which I'm very, very sad that I did. I didn't mean to do it, but I had to do it for my own sanity. Sitting back and arguing with people every day will drive you fucking insane, and I'm not going to do that to myself. That's for Liam and Frog Tony and all them guys to indulge in that shit, not me. I just finally found my limit with that shit. They're like, it's fun, but damn, you have to do it every fucking day. And shit was really getting on my fucking nerves, man. Because all you do is you just bring trolls. You just get trolls to recognize you and follow you and chase you around and all that type of shit. And I don't want that no more. I'm just finished. I'm done. There's my exit. Let me get the fuck out of here. And so far, it's a good therapy because it's got me working. It's got me drawing, finishing up old projects and shit. Because I'm not sitting back on Twitter and YouTube all fucking day, waiting for somebody to respond or respond to somebody who's saying shit about me. I just ignore it, and it's paying off because it's running one of my idiots angry. And I didn't even know until today I have a full-fledged pedophile guy doing content about me. I didn't even know. I did not know. And I laughed because these people want you to engage with them. They want you to engage with them so they can make content. You know, that's the whole thing. The whole thing over is content. And they want you to engage so they can have something to talk about. And then you get into a cycle where they say something about you, you say something about them, and it just repeats itself. So it's like, well, why would I just say fuck it all and just leave? And just become this thing, what's it called? A GDI? You know what? I don't know if anybody knows what GDI is. GDI refers to a term like back in the day, you know, in college. If you're a female, you're drawing a fraternity, and if you're a guy, you join a I forgot what it's called. It's fraternity, and there's something I forgot what to call. Been a long time. But if you decided not to join any of these clubs, you walked around campus as a GDI. What is a GDI? A GDI is a goddamn individual. That's what a GDI is. And I was like, you know what? That's the perfect term to use. That's a perfect term I should acquire. being a goddamn individual, doing my own shit my own way. Because everybody else want to do this tribalistic bullshit, hurt the community, fraction off into y'all little hate clubs. You hate these people. I hate you. You hate me. I dox you. You dox me. You know, it's all about tribalism, folks. You know, you don't like this guy. I don't like this guy either. I'm going to team up with you, and we're both going to just go after this person. And that's just the way shit is over here. I mean, well, for me, over there. You know, it's like, this shit's going crazy. This shit over here is going crazy, man. I can't do this shit no more. It was fun when we had, and everybody was all together on one subject. But now everybody has decided that they're going to fight each other and farm each other for content. I was like, yep, it's time to go. Time to go and just block all this shit and be done with it. What's up, Billy? What's up, Billy Power Max? There's so much craziness and drama. Yes, it is. It is. It is so much craziness and drama. And I tell you what, I dealt with that shit before. You know, it cost me a lot. It cost me a lot. And I was actually starting to go insane because of the shit. And eventually I wised up and just fucking was able to get it to stop. Not completely, but somewhat. And I told myself, if I ever see myself going down that road again, I will definitely just pack up, leave, and go somewhere else. Reclaim my sanity from tribalism. I just can't do that shit no more. It's not good for you. That shit's definitely not good for your health. I mean, the perfect example of this shit is look at Liam. Liam is going full-fledged crazy. This dude, I mean, he has a video where he talks about being locked away and having to fight like people off to keep him from getting locked up. I'm like, dude. And this shit's coming out of his own fucking mouth. This shit's coming out of his fucking mouth. I'm like, dude. It's just, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, but like I said, man, nothing against nobody. I just said it's just time for me to make an exit. You know, and on my way out the door, because I didn't want to sit back and delete my whole fucking Twitter. I just said I'm just going to delete. I'm just going to let's stop following. Just stop following people. That's what I decided. I'm just tired. It's just the old man in me wanting to change. And me losing my ability to fucking sit down and draw really had me thinking. Keep up with this shit. Do and I think most of probably what it was is stress. And I said I'm not gonna let this shit stress me the fuck out because it's like this. I can go one or two routes. I can be a fucking lean gray, and believe me, that shit doesn't work. Or should I just leave and just try to find calmness? And I said, you know what? I think I'll just leave and try to find my calmness, try to find my wholesome self. And it seems to have worked. Because I'm not worried about what people saying about me. I'm not. I don't worry about what people say about me. It's only when you worry about what people say about you is when you failed. I don't care if Matt Barr is over there doing videos about me. I really don't care. That's him. That's him having a problem with me and not the other way around. I tell you what, I just was like really, really pissed. The fact of just somebody just has some huge grievance against me, and all they do is just fucking come over here, hate watch what I'm doing, tell people, where my talent is. Like, I don't need nobody approval. I mean, I'm happy the way I draw, who I am. If you're unhappy with it, that's on you. That's your opinion. You and whoever follows you. I really don't give a fuck. Billy Palmer says, I was listening to Frog Tony the other day. He's a cancer man, but he needs to be shunned, not fed attention. No pun intended. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He does. I mean, dude is cancerous. I mean, he's a cancer on the community. Because he's doing a pretty shitty thing by getting Liam to do all his fucking dirty work for him. Therefore, he keeps his hands clean of the bullshit that both him and Mint are doing right now to the community, which is just fucked up. Now, I told everybody how to handle it, but nobody doesn't want to listen to the right way to handle it. They think that YouTube is going to listen to them. YouTube does not listen to nobody. YouTube doesn't want to be sued. YouTube doesn't want to have no frivolous lawsuits put against them. Billy Palmer says, Autumn, I think you'll like issue 2 of Bad Moon. That's currently being worked on. The Christian good versus evil tones, but couldn't be toned down to make it sense. So I just went with it. Oh, okay. I didn't know you had a second issue coming out. I think you should have proofread. Oh, I didn't know you had a second issue. I did not know. I think, let's see how long I've been on, because my arm is starting to ache. My arm is really starting to ache. 49 minutes. I got like another 10 minutes. I got another 10 minutes. I understand that. Draw and create. Let the work do the talking. Stay working. These MFers ain't getting me to quit. Yeah. Just keep working, folks. Oh, I got something I got to do. I'll find out what layer that's on. Yeah, man, just keep working. I think the way I got this texture is pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna leave that pencil. I think I'm pretty cool on this. Yeah, pretty cool on that. Let's see what else I got. I got this page to ink. I think I kind of like the way the penciling is on this page. I might leave that the fuck alone. I think I inked this. I inked this one already. This is already inked. I think I just only inked this. I didn't come over here. Hold on, did I ink this too? No, I didn't ink this one. This one needs to be inked, but that looks fucking awesome right there. The page where he's like taking off from the top of the building. I just got to finish this page. This page is unfinished, so I got to finish this page. I got to put the backgrounds and stuff in that one. Yeah, this came out okay. This page is coming out real good. I worked on this one yesterday. This came out really good. Laid the pencils down on this. Laid the inks and bolded it up some. But this came out pretty good. So we got 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6, 7. So it's 12 pages. I'm just going through them one by one. Let me see. Where is I don't see the one page I did. I don't see it. I had another page done. Well, half done. Man, my arm is starting to hurt. So that means I have to chill out for a while, chill out for an hour or so. So I got more pages done. I mean, y'all know I've showed the page. I got the fight scene that I did. That's 2 pages right there. And I got the scene where they're at the. I got the scene before this one. That's drawn. But these are the ones that I decided I was going to come back and like try to clean up. You know, get rid of some of the hard penciling I got in here. I think this looks fine now. There we go. So for this background, we just make the backgrounds just like this, fade them out, and that'll bring it out. Now, see, when I put the inks on top of here, you can definitely tell the parallax is gone because you have a figure that's in bold, you know, with some line weight to him, and he's actually looks pretty good. Same thing needs to be done. So like I said, these are actual photos. These buildings are photos that I just took into Adobe and turned them into vector art. That's all I did. Just turned this into vector art and just stuck them back there. These buildings are actually this building, but I have this tilted. I have this tilted from because of different camera. We got this camera coming from this direction, and then you got this camera that's a little closer to them that's shooting them from this side. And those buildings came in a clutch type of way because I sure didn't want to draw. Same thing with these buildings. I didn't want to draw the fucking buildings. I had to like draw these buildings up here, and these are nothing but silhouettes. So, and did just do some silhouettes, use a texture brush, and just drew the textures in. I was done. But these right here, yeah, that's a Photoshop brush. Same thing again, Photoshop brush. I drew these. These were pretty easy to draw. I mean, they're just boxes with shaded on one side. That's all they were. This was pretty clever panel right here where I just use silhouettes. Now, what I need to do is I need to like do some speed lines of the missile being dropped. But you try to use as many tricks that you can. Stevens October says I'm dropping my 3rd volume this year. Cool. What's the name of your book? Yeah, I like working traditional too. You know, Bill Stenswick. I'm trying to remember. I think he worked on Doctor Strange back in the day, and he worked on Spider-Man. And this dude used to take like fucking pictures, like photos, and draw over the photos. And then he would like find a perspective in each photo, and then draw according to the perspective, and drop the characters in there. I'm like, damn, that's a pretty smart way to get around drawing backgrounds. You know, that guy used a lot of different media in his panels and stuff like that. You know, him, Tim Bradstreet. Tim Bradstreet's real good. I mean, he takes photos and he draws all the photos, and he takes his own pictures. You think about it, he takes his own photos, and he poses people, and he does poses and stuff, and he takes those poses and he actually draws over them, and he makes a book. You know, the dude's fucking good. He can also draw too, but that's his style. You know, that's like with a Rev Ruin. I thought Rev Ruin was actually using the same techniques, right? Using the same techniques. You know, this is stuff that I learned when I was in school, how to take a photo, draw the photo, and manipulate it and stuff, and to make it something totally different, you know. Red Room was just straight up tracing. He was just straight up tracing. And I think Into Paint showed us how he was doing it, that he would just take a picture and take it into Adobe and just mess with the levels. And then after you mess with the levels, you would just sit back and just do a image trace over it. Then after you do the image trace, then he'll sit back and trace over that with a pencil and paper and ink pen and do it. Like, I was like, damn. I was like, that's just way too complicated. Just draw it. Just draw the goddamn thing. 7th October. That's the name of your book. You gotta check that out. You know, and it wasn't until the fallout between Cynic and Rev and Dark and all them when all that came out of how he was doing his books, you know, and I was like, damn, this dude fooled us all. I was fooled because I thought the guy was like, I mean, I have nothing against tracing because everybody traces, everybody does it. It's the hidden secret of how comics and all that type of shit get done. You know, whether it's a building or you're trying to get a character in the right spot and you use some photo reference and you're drawing on the photo reference. I mean, it's all part of the media. I mean, everybody does it. You know, using 3D models in the background. But if you're going to use a 3D model in the background, please draw over it. Please draw over it. Please make it not look 3D. You know, yeah, you know. It's just the way it is, you know. And when I started to learn more about this guy, because I was on this guy's side, you know, because he was being attacked by Tony and Stray Beans and stuff like that. I was like, dudes, lay off. He's an artist, man. Stop messing with this guy like this, you know. And the reason they was doing it because he was working with Cynic. You know, and Cynic said that this guy's his artist and stuff. And then I don't know, man. A lot of stuff happens that I don't know about. A lot of stuff in the background, politics started playing, and next thing you know it, he's on the outs with Cynic and telling Cynic to pay him for all this work he's done. Then it came out that, you know, he was just doing shit. He was just drawing shit, you know, and giving it to Cynic. You know, that's like when I draw stuff. Like I can give y'all a perfect example of what I mean by this. Mark Haperlin. I don't know who that is. Here's my profile right here. So that's okay. So it's basically like this. Like suppose I just drew a picture of Wolverine, like this picture of Wolverine that I drew, and I just like gave it to Marvel and expected Marvel to pay me for it. You know, Marvel's gonna give me nothing. They're not gonna give me nothing for that. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, nice fan art." You know, thank you. You know, maybe for hiring somebody, we'll probably hire you. But for right now, thanks for the fan art. And that's basically what happened with Rev and Cynic. Here's another example, another drawing. Here's another drawing I did. This is for this guy called Vonster. He did this book called Terra in the Trenches. And this is his character. I just drew it because I just wanted to draw his character. I didn't ask him for no money, you know, but I did draw it, you know, and like I said, once again, that's like me drawing this and then going to Vaughn and say, hey, you owe me money for this. Give me money for this, you know. Here's a picture of Superman. This is like me going to DC and telling DC to give me money for this Superman drawing I did. They're not going to do it. They're going to consider it fan art. You know, there's a turtle. Me going to Eastman and Lard saying, hey, give me money for drawing this. I drew this. You know, you didn't ask me to do it. I just did it. Give me money. And here's a picture. It's like me going to Billy Tucci and say, "Give me money for drawing this." You know, it's just fan art. That's all this is. All this is fan art. That's all this is. You know. Get rid of this. All right, I'm back. I'm back over here where I'm supposed to be. How you doing, Ruby? Like the art style. Oh, thank you, Leo. Yeah, I still got people in CG blocked. I still got people in CG blocked. Yeah, I got your DM too, man. When I over the weekend when I get a chance, I'm going to write the second part of the lore. I wrote the first part of the lore. I can show you guys what I wrote the lore for. For this, I'm working on an AI animated film called God Beast. And the reason why I'm making an AI animated film is because eventually I'm going to find somebody to do the manga. But I want to set up this. I want somebody to draw a manga for me, and I'm going to make a animated AI film. You know, I'm getting all my resources together. I'm making all the character sheets of the characters, and I'm really getting into looking. It's way different. I agree. Why do you care about CG? Why I don't care about CG or why I care about CG? I'll answer that in a minute. So it's called God Beast. It's about kaijus. It's about humanity. It's about being like the worst person, but finding out that you're not all that bad of a person. You know, you may be this guy who could turn into this fucking like 70, 80, 100-foot, 4-story, like 40-story fucking monster. But just because you're a monster, you don't have to be a monster. You can actually be a savior and you can actually help people, you know. So this is about it's real cool stuff, dude. It's like I was thinking in terms of all the shit that I liked when I was coming up as a kid. I like Transformers. I like Godzilla. I like Robotech. I like mechs. I like anime. And I was like, why won't I do my own introduction, do my own anime? And I was like, the best way to do it is to draw, because all this stuff is based off my drawings. Everything that you're seeing in here and the stuff I've done, everything except for the logo, everything you see there is based off of what I drew. Right. So I sat down and I drew these little monster looking characters, scanned them in, sent them over to AI and just told AI, like, this is my kaiju monster. His name is Darksteel, blah, 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 this, right? And it took my drawing and made character sheets for my characters. And I was like, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try making a film out of AI, you know? It says, like, why do I care about CG? Well, I care about CG. I just don't care too much about the stupid shit that's going on. You know, I just don't care about it. And I just wanted to just leave. I just wanted to get away from it. You know, I just tired. I just got tired of it. You know, I just couldn't really fuck with it anymore. Just saying, well, Gun, you also block people who were just viewers that followed you because they liked your art, like Susie Files. I think I just said, like, if I blocked you, I'm sorry, you know, but it's just that I left. I just left. I just up and left. I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry, but it's only on Twitter. It's only on Twitter, folks. It's just Twitter. I mean, I'm on other platforms too. You know, I just can't deal with Twitter no more. I just can't do it no more. And I'm not going to leave Twitter. I just don't want to do it no more. I'm tired of arguing. I'm tired of arguing with people. I'm tired of being doxxed. I'm just tired of it. It's just that you get to a point, I'm just tired of it. You know, and then on top of that, I really had nobody really had nobody I can really talk to about this shit. You know, okay, I really had nobody to talk to about this stupid shit. I really had nobody to sit back and powwow with. I ain't looking for nobody to defend me, but it is what it is. So basically the story is the story about this is it's about the end times. End times is about the rise of monsters that been here for like thousands of years, and we didn't know that these things existed. And it comes down to how when you wreck the environment and the earth is trying to protect you from something, and you sit back and you wreck the planet by doing shit to it, and you found out that these things are in earth for a reason, and you fucking start tearing up shit, and what you tear up you can't fix it, and what happens is these monsters come up and they rise and they destroy things, you know. So I got the first part of lore. The first part of lore, I took it from I sort of kind of like took like how the Transformers got to Earth, but I put my own little spin to it. As for these monsters came to Earth during prehistoric times, they roamed with the dinosaurs and shit like that. They kind of blended in. When they came to Earth, and these monsters split the Earth up in like seven different factions, with the main faction, the king, would be the guy who runs all the factions. So it's actually 8 factions. And they all fight each other. They all fight each other for dominance. Well, like I said, I didn't really have nobody to talk to about this stuff. Because like I said, I ain't trying to find somebody to defend me. You know, I mean, I'm not even trying to find somebody to listen to me. I mean, I try to take care of shit on my own. But the problem is that I think the problem with Matt Barr is Matt Barr was trying to use me to derail Cynic's show by coming in and doing the shit that he was doing, right? So I think he was trying to use me as a way to derail the show, because he got me like 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 different times until I realized I'm just gonna go in the chat and deal with this motherfucker. I'm not gonna say nothing, you know, because he did it. I mean, that's what he does. You know, he sits back, he lies, he gets his little hug box over there where they sit back and lie about people, you know, and what he's trying to do is he's trying to like make me into another Leem. And I said, I'll never go down that route that Leem's going down. I would rather just pack my shit up and leave. If I feel like that I'm on my way to being the next Leem, I'm just gonna pack my shit up and leave. I'm gonna show Leem this is how you take care of people who treat you this way. You fucking you fucking leave their sphere of influence. You just leave it. You know, you leave it behind, and you go somewhere else and you start something else new. Fuck that fighting people for what? What's here to fight for? You know, I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about taking down people's channels and all the other bullshit. I would just sit back and save myself the stress and just pack up, leave, and go. That makes more sense than sitting back and doing what you and Frog Tony and Piss Salad is doing over there, which is, I guess, a hostile takeover of Comicsgate. It's not worth it. If you feel that Ethan and all these people are these bad people, Katie, all these bad people, just pack up your shit and start something. You have enough people following you, right? I mean, you got Tony's people, Liam, you got your people, Mint, you have your people. I mean, you have enough clout and stature to just fucking drop the Comicsgate name and just make something on your own that's sustainable. But you guys want to fight over a name. You want to fight over a culture that no one really owns. You just have to just say, okay, well, we're going to do our own thing. Since I disagree with you and you want to talk all this shit, you know what? We're just going to go somewhere and start our own type of thing. And that's what should have happened. Why are you, Liam, why are you and Frog Tony and Piss Salad over here fighting people for no reason, doing this stupid destruction of a community because you all don't like people talking about you? People talk about me all the fucking time. I'm not out to destroy nothing. You guys are trying to destroy something to take it. which makes no sense. If you believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing, well, then guess what? Just start your own fucking thing. If you believe you have enough people following you and you got all this clout and this internet clout and you're that famous, start your own fucking thing. Stop using the Comicsgate mantra. But no, you're not. Because you know you're not that popular. You know people don't like you. And you know that you're grifting. That's what, especially you, Liam. Liam, you know you're a grifter. I've never seen you draw a book. You don't draw books. You don't do comics. You don't do shit. When you said that when you said that shit about me 4 weeks ago, I started drawing a book. I got 12 pages till my arm gave out on me. You know? So I mean, and I did what I did because I just want to walk away and just leave this shit behind, you know. And I'm showing you how easy it was for me to do. It's easy. You don't have to do all the videos, Liam. You don't have to, Frog Tone. You don't have to do all the doxing and all the other bullshit. Just get the fuck up, leave, and start your own shit. That's it. You know, you can't convince people that you're Comicsgate. You can't convince people that you care about Comicsgate. You can't do that because these people already have in their head who's the true leaders over here in this segment. And when the leaders all get together and say you're a piece of shit and you're crazy, well, then everybody else who actually follow them are going to say you're a piece of shit and you're crazy. So at that point in time, you know, to take whatever people that's following you and get the fuck out of here and start something else. That's what I'm doing. I'm starting something now. I have my indie comics empire. I'm starting from scratch. I have no followers. I have nothing. But you know what? I'm going to build something. You know, and that's the thing about being a GDI, a goddamn individual. You can do those type of things. But if you want to sit back and live in this tribalistic bullshit bubble where everybody is basically just sniffing each other's farts time after time and regurgitating for content, well, then you're just gonna fade away. You're just gonna fade away. And people say I'm not gonna fade away because I reinvent myself. Let's see what y'all saying. That's all I'm saying. I understand, man. I got you. Matt Barr, Patrick T, both have been using other people to derail FFS. Yeah, you know, yeah, Miku, you're right. And then that's what Matt Barr and these guys do. They find somebody. They find somebody, they pick on that person, and the thing is to get them to get triggered, to disrupt the flow of what's ever going on. So we can have a show, like I could be on FFS having a good time, having fun, and then Matt shows up and he starts saying shit. He'll start saying shit about me, calling me one for, I'll ignore it. Then he'll start saying shit about my friend, you know, who I almost lost. And he'll start, and he knows that triggers me. He knows I'll stop the whole fucking show just to address that I was going to say the F word, that piece of shit. So I say, okay, since you want to do that, Matt, how about I just not go back on the show? How about I just not go back on the show? How about you try to come over here and say that shit, Matt? Oh, I forgot, I got you blocked. See, that's how that works. That's how that works. So he's going to have to sit back and follow my paper trails. And oh yeah, I took down my fucking Twitter, so I made it so nobody just can't just walk unless I'm following you. You can't see it, so he can't just go over there and look at my Twitter and say whatever. So he actually has to make shit up. That's the thing. You have to force people to make shit up about you so they can become proficient liars. And so far, Matt is like two for two now of all the lies he has to make up. And when you force people who claim that you're a worse person than they are, and they have to start lying about you, but then you've won. I don't have to say nothing else. I just have to let him fantasize about me. And that's basically when you lie, you're fantasizing. And he's been lying and fantasizing about me, not me against him. Because I can go and pull up the moon cricket shit. I can pull up the times he's made monkey sounds and all the other shit by talking to TJ. I can pull that shit up. And people have seen him doing this shit. So I don't have to lie about his behavior or talk about him. I just have to just stay quiet and let him do all the dirty work for me. You see, the only way that Matt Barr can fix this is just to stop talking about me. That's the best way. You force your enemies to lie about you. Then you prove the lies to be wrong. And then you just shut up until they say the next lie. And then you show people like, oh, here's the receipts. You mean, really? This happened? Oh, okay. Well, you're lying. Here's the proof. You know, so far I've caught him twice. I mean, I don't watch his channel enough to catch all the lies, but the ones I do catch, I make sure I exploit them. So let him keep talking and let me keep catching him lying, and I'll just expose him lying. And then when you expose people for lying, well, that dampens their credibility. I feel what you're saying, one gun. Now I have a clear picture. I agree with what you're saying. Thank you, man. But yeah, I had to pack up and leave, folks. I mean, no hard feelings. I'm not saying that I hate anybody, but I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of waking up every day, looking at my fucking phone and seeing all the shit about Liam. People's like, all the team YouTube, please help us. Liam is doing this. And every time you post that, Liam just uses it as a trophy. You know, he just uses a trophy. Now, the thing about Liam is you all have defeated Liam already, because Liam supposed to be a comic book creator, and he's supposed to be in this indie space selling comics. And the thing about it is, if you look at Liam before Ethan came into his life, he was not making any money on none of his fucking books. He wasn't. So all this shit he's doing, because I haven't heard him talk about how he's going to put out his next books. I haven't heard about what's he going to use to put out his next book. He can't actually do another campaign because Indiegogo ain't going to let him. He has to finish the shit that he has out there already. Making a comic book costs money. How is he making any money to publish any book or pay any artist if he has nothing out there to sell? He has no product. So he keeps saying that his book is almost done. He's 90% done with Dino King 2. He's been saying that for months. He's been saying that for 6 months now, that he's 92 or 90% done with Dino King 2. Next lie is that he's next year, the same lie will probably come back around. If you look at now and wait until next summer, he's going to probably be saying the same thing. Liam is a professional con man. He's not crazy. He just knows what he's doing. The thing is to lie, get clout, and then lie some more and sabotage your haters by going after them and doing the little shit he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. So yeah, Dark Griff was right. The dude's not crazy. He knows exactly what he's doing. You know, just like Tony using him, he's using Tony. You know, and Mint is using both of them. I mean, Mint's whole thing is that she hates Rowdy that so much that she's going to try to take down Katie. The fact of her excuse is because she wouldn't do a stream with her is not even logically something you would think about when it comes to doing this YouTube shit. Because I cancel fucking streams all the fucking time. But the whole thing about it is her thing is like, oh, I'm going to prove that Kate is a liar by going after her kids. And I'm like, all this spun because she wouldn't do a fucking stream with you? Really? So you're going to sit back and stalk the woman's children? And I knew this back when she was doing this shit with Tony. They both don't like they both don't like Katie. They don't like Ripper. Both of them. It is more about Mint getting back at fucking Clipper than anything else. So Tony defies the plan, gaslight fucking Liam, and force Liam to do their dirty work, and that's what basically is going on. And now they know for a fact that they can get Liam to do whatever the fuck that they want him to do. If they don't want somebody talking about them, they'll get Liam to take this shit down. They'll gaslight Liam, and Liam will fucking, just like the willing idiot he is, will fucking do it. Dude has a whole Discord filled with the proper way to take down somebody's content. He has fucking templates of how to take down people's shit. That shit's crazy. I've never seen this shit before. But hey, that's the way these motherfuckers work, dude. That's just the way these motherfuckers work. And I couldn't stand it to stomach it, because I've come out many a times telling them, everybody, like, this is a way to handle this. It's the way to take it. It's a way to fucking deal with this. And when I tried to talk to everybody, was like, you did what? Blah. I'm like, dude, I'm like, so y'all don't want to solve a problem. I just want to just let it manifest, because what's going to happen is Comicsgate is built on the fans, and the fans come to YouTube to watch videos, right? Watch their favorite artists, talk about shit, talk about the community, talk about art, do drawing, all that other stuff. You know, it's a very high fan-driven community. And everybody communicates through everybody through social media. And one of the biggest platforms they have is YouTube, because all the guys at Comic Skate got a YouTube channel where they stream, you know. And this is and being in Comic Skate and having a channel where you're streaming and you get super chats and all that stuff, that kind of like is like its own economy over here, you know. So when you have degenerates like Piss Salad, Tony, and Liam who want to take over this shit, well then what can you do? They are using the YouTube algorithm to take down people's channels, take down videos, do all this shit. Doing the most anti-comics. When I first came over here, everybody was against like cancel culture and shit like that. And these motherfuckers, in the name of Comicsgate, is using cancel culture to get rid of people's content. You know, they are SJWs. They are the living embodiment of SJWs, the most hated, the most hated 3-letter acronym to ever come to this part of the fucking internet for Comicsgate. This was to be a conservative movement that talked about your right to free speech and all that shit. And now it's being tested more than anything. And now you have these idiots, these degenerates that have come over here, you know, OnlyFans piss agent, illegal immigrant, and a crazy guy from Australia, a foreigner. All these motherfuckers have nothing in common with comics. Nothing. But they're here to destroy this sector. And they're doing it. They're doing it person by person. They've scared Shane Davis. They scared Ethan. Ethan is scared. You can tell he is, because he's using he's using legal words when he talks about Liam. Using, like, in my opinion, what do you guys think? I don't know if that's true. You know, he's using these types of terms. You would use these types of terms when it comes to talking about somebody, because you always have to talk in terms of it's questionable whether it's true or not, right? That's the way you have to talk. MQ says, I won't ever get into the gay ops other than like Wheeler's, Tony's, Raptor, and others do. Yeah. Matt Barr is your baby, One Gun. Yeah, I just only wish that you can like do abortions at the age of 47. Matt is happy being in the mud. He wants to drag you down into it because he feels like he can bully. Yeah, I mean, no, he can only bully me if I'm somewhere for him to bully. See, I'm over here on my channel doing my shit. That means I don't have to be gaslit by anybody or said I don't have to have people in my chat trying to gaslight me. I can sit here with my music playing and draw my comic like I've been doing and be happy doing it and not listen to what anybody has to say about Matt. That's why I got rid of that's why I basically just turned my Twitter off. Because as long as I'm not on Twitter where somebody can say, hey, Matt Barr said this about you, and for me to react to it, well, you know, I don't have to react to what he says. That's why he does what he does. He wants a reaction. He wants content to run back to his channel. And when you have to do that, that means you are able to make your own shit. Hence, where is Rock and Roll Ninja 2? Let's see. But they sell drama. Yeah, they sell drama. Yeah, they do. They sell drama. I agree with that. On top of that constant tweeting at Team YouTube, eventually they'll start ignoring the tweets. Plus, it's also not real people. Exactly. That's right. It's not real people. So it's basically the only way, and I've done this, and people are going to say this is not the right way. The only way to get YouTube to listen to you is to send them a legal letter telling them that you're going to hold them liable and responsible for your channel being deleted under suspicious circumstances, well, how the fuck my lawyer wrote that? My lawyer had wrote it up, and then when you send them that letter, they're going to send you something back, and they're going to send you basically a letter back saying that they're not responsible for this, for that, for this, blah, 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 this. And then once you get that letter, you and your lawyer go down to the court and you file a petition to bring them into court. And then on top of that, you're going to have to file a, what's it called? Motion for discovery to force them to give up the names and identities of all of the people who reported you in. Then you go back to court with this evidence, with the video or your channel, and you go through each complaint to see if those complaints were valid enough, or valid or not. And YouTube has to respond to this shit. And what YouTube's going to have to do is do one of two things: settle and recognize the fact they took your channel down under suspicious circumstances that were not true, or they have to pay you a lot of money for all the revenue you've lost because of this shit. And shit like this takes years. It takes years to get done with. It takes years. But think about it, is you have to sue YouTube, and once you sue YouTube, they have to give up the people who are doing this shit. And once that happens, then you can go after those people individually. The thing about it is that costs a lot of money and a lot of time, and it's not really worth it. You can just go back and just start your new channel and just spend $0. That shit takes time. I know. I spent a lot of money that I wish I had now. Well, like I said, you have to take YouTube to court, force them to give up who reported it. Because they need a channel. They need a YouTube ID. That bullshit's like, well, we don't know who filed these. Yeah, it's bullshit because they do. I know they do. They know who filed the shit. They know when the shit was filed. There's a paper trail. And in this case with Katie, it's easy because these motherfuckers are saying that they're doing it. It ain't like they're like sneaking around and doing. No, these motherfuckers are actually saying that they're doing it. They have and you can tell by what they're doing it's just fucking crazy. Because you can actually sue you can sue YouTube for sitting back and listening to these people as they actively go after you. This is fucking harassment to the highest degree. And the only way you deal with something like this is that you have a lot of money to go after YouTube, force YouTube to give these motherfuckers up, and then go after these motherfuckers for doing it. It costs a lot of money. You have to fucking win the lottery to take these fuckers to court. Willing to report Liam's channel, at least not many. I understand that, but sometimes if you feel something is important to you, you're going to do what you have to do to survive. That's just human nature. I mean, this is just the strange thing. If this was me and I was going to lose my channel to some bullshit, I would do everything in my power to make sure that wouldn't happen. That's what I would do. But anyway, folks, 30 minutes passed, and I think I'm pretty much done at this point. I'm going to sit back and let my arm rest and start. I'm gonna wait an hour and just start working on God Beast some more. I did my inking and stuff for the day on my page. So now I'm gonna go to the next thing, and I'm just going to work on God Beast. I'm gonna work on the second part of the lore. The second part of the lore of God Beast is basically that the kaiju people, the humanoid-esque type lizard-looking monstrous smaller versions of kaiju, they're like humanoid type people. They burrowed into the ground damn near to the Earth's core, where they built a little civilization and shit like that. And the meteorite that hit the planet has finally settled down. So that big, huge, toxic cloud of bullshit has finally settled down. And what happened is that when that sediment came all down to Earth, rained down to Earth over hundreds of years, it made a layer, a toxic layer on Earth, and think about it is that the people, the kaiju people, the humanoid, smaller versions of kaiju, like smaller people, they can't climb back to the surface because there's that layer of poison that's there that they can't fuck with. So they're kind of like trapped there. And during this time after the meteor strike, the there was the rise of the mammals. So you had the meteor strike hit, prehistoric times, then the rise of the mammals came. So the mammals came. Eventually, we got was Humus erectus, to which became later evolved to like modern day man. So I'm gonna try to explain that real quick because I think like the way they got here and how the situation was with them on the planet before the meteor struck was kind of long winded. So this part of how the kaiju people survived under Earth, they advanced their civilization underground. They had the Earth's core, which basically was a sun to them, which acted like a sun, and they stayed under Earth. Now it wasn't until when modern day man, like today time man, had started like industrial revolution. They started digging up this shit, this from their planet, and they started removing like a layer of this shit, and they kept on removing this shit, and then eventually the lizard people found out that there's a place on the planet that's been mined the hell out where that poison won't mess with them, and they come out through that portal because we've taken that stuff out the ground, and they've come through there, and now they are amongst us, and they find and the next part of this, and that's how the kaiju people come up to the surface again, because we fuck up and we fucking go after this mineral that's been keeping them locked away, and when we mine enough of it away, it kind of like breaks that barrier that kept them from coming back up. Well, they come back up, and then when they come back up, then they start the process of reviving the kaijus, the big, huge monsters that once roamed during the age of the dinosaurs. These guys are like mountains, and they're like buried. I mean, it's I gotta work on some more of the lore, but that's gonna be part 2 of the lore. Now, the lore I got planned after that is gonna be the actual interaction, which goes into the full revival of these giant monsters and the war and how the humans found out that the stuff they've been digging out is the stuff that's poison to them, and how they're making like cities and barriers and stuff out of this element, and how these kaiju people are rising up and they want to destroy man, and it's going to be some other stuff, but from the time that these lizard people, these monsters, these little kaiju people come up to the point to the story that I want to tell, is like a 50-year gap. I want to be a 50-year gap because I want shit to evolve over those 50 years until we get to the modern era. So therefore, I have a way to pull lore, pull stories out of these different times this shit's going on. Like I would like to talk about like I like to do a story like post asteroid strike of these kaiju people who are living near the Earth's core, who built this huge, super advanced fucking civilization, and they've been doing that for hundreds of years, evolving on their own, separate from what's going on the surface. They had to find a way to make food, make vehicles, make weapons and stuff like that, which aids them as they come back to the surface of the Earth. And basically, by the time that full modern man is here on Earth, the technology between what's on the surface versus what's below is different, and maybe just a little bit more advanced, but they still, not that advanced. And besides, being buried that deep in Earth, you have access to minerals, metals, refining and stuff like that. So they basically went through, and plus that they've been on the planet longer than man too, so they have like a little edge jump in technology and shit like that. So anyway, folks, I'm definitely gonna do some more on God Beast. I don't know where I'm going to be posting it. I think I might just put on my website all the designs and stuff, all the work I'm doing on it. I do have a section on my website where I do all my AI work, so I'll probably just put it there. But anyway, folks, I'm done. This is your boy One Gun. Hope you guys enjoyed this little session, me drawing, talking about my work, talking about the future, and other things. So you guys have a great day. Peace out. Thanks for showing up.
That's exactly. I remember snow days were awesome. You'd be waiting and they'd say, no school today because of snow. You'd be going,
Yeah, they're going to end up canceling it, but so far it's just a 3-hour delay. But I'm like, hey, I can still sleep in like 3 hours longer.
yeah.
I'll take, you know what I mean? I'll take it where I can get it.
That's
So
exactly it.
3 hours longer is better than nothing.
Right. That's the big difference. Night and day.
Right? Look at these supers. You guys, thank y'all so much. Let's see. Get a robo. Should we? Thank you for the $2. Glad you like my Gymshark art I did too. No, it was amazing. It was so good. It was absolutely awesome. Let me see.
Yeah, I think I saw that. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'll pull it up in just a second. You know what I mean? And all right, let's pull this up because this is so beautiful.
Ooh.
It's a Gymshark. Somebody did. Look how good that is.
Whoa.
Right?
Okay, who did that?
That's Get a Robo Shawin, I can't say your name, love bug. I'm so sorry.
Holy
I'm
shit.
dicking it up so bad. But
That's like, wow, she's fully armored up. That's fantastic. Is somebody gonna color it or what?
I don't know.
Come on, somebody will.
I hope so, because that's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I love that.
No, I love this so much. And you guys can follow him. I followed him on Twitter and I shared this tweet. So you want to follow him, go do it. Go check out his art. He is amazing. So thank you so much, dude. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I would love to see his other stuff.
Right? Super, super good.